श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम श्रीमात्रे नमः। तो देवी महात्म्यम के बारे में बात कर रहे थे। देवी महात्म्यम मार्कंडेय पुराण के अंदर में, मार्कंडेय पुराण के बारे में भी बताया कि वो उप पुराण कहा जाता है। एंड इन दैट उप पुराण दिस इज वन चैप्टर और वन पोर्शन called the Devi Mahatmyam. Now the Kilaka, Argala, Kavach, these are all later additions in the basis of certain rishis who have said कि ये this Devi Mahatmyam is unlike Lalita Sahasranamam, like the Saundarya Lahari, is not only a shloka, it is not only a stotra. stotra माने जिससे हम लोग स्तुति करते हैं। तो ये सिर्फ स्तुति नहीं है, ये एक मंत्र भी है। मंत्र क्या होता है? मननात् त्रायति इति मंत्रः, that which allows your mind to cross over. Cross over from where? Cross over from the identification of body, mind, intellect. So how does it help? By various methodologies that we have got in the Devi Mahatmyam itself, we will see that it enables us to cross over. So therefore it is a mantra. It is a process. The process of the puja itself is also given over there. So it is also a tantra. Tantra means methodology, right? The Devi Mahatmyam, if you lay it out in terms of words, it will come, you will form a design. So what is a design? A design is called it's a tool. A tool is therefore a yantra. So Devi Mahatmyam in itself is is all three. It is a mantra, it is a yantra, it is a tantra, and therefore it is one of the most powerful texts for these Devi worshippers. Hence, it has all these sort of boundaries within which this has to be studied. So uske pehle jo there is obviously Guru Vandana, Ganesh Vandana, all of that happens, and then we do Argalag, we do Kilak, but uske bhi pehle we start with Ratri Suktam. Ratri Suktam is a part of the Rig Veda. So the lines of Ratri Sukta, they are called Riks. ऋग्वेद के जो लाइंस होते हैं वो उसको हम लोग छंद या स्तोत्र नहीं बोलते हैं, उसको रिक बोलते हैं। और एक साथ दो तीन एक साथ होते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं ऋचा। तो ये जो ऋचा है या ये जो हम, तो देर आर 8 श्लोकास और राइट 8 रिक्स इन रात्रि सूक्तम। रात्रि सूक्तम को ऋग्वेद के अंदर में स्वर समेत पढ़ा जाता है। हम लोग भी स्वर सीखेंगे, अभी बाय हार्ट करने की या स्वर को याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है। मैंने अभी जो टेक्स्ट भेजा है वो स्वर समेत ही भेजा है। स्वर कैसे लिखा जाता है? देर आर 4 स्वरस इन Vedic intonation. If a line is below a particular letter, then it is नीचे। तो ज के नीचे लाइन होगा तो ज, कोई लाइन नहीं होगी, ऊपर नीचे कहीं लाइन नहीं होगी तो ज, उसके ऊपर एक लाइन सीधी एक लाइन होगी तो ज, और डबल लाइन होगी तो ज। So you can see there are 4 notes. So all the Vedic intonations, they follow this 4 notes system, not 7 notes. Basically 4 notes for chanting. So in the richas of the Rig Veda, we will find that the intonations are also given. ये स्वर दिए गए हैं। इन स्वरों के साथ हम लोग सीखने की कोशिश करेंगे। Technically, my traditionalist friends, they will say that Vedas cannot be taught to everybody. Vedas are not supposed to be chanted by everybody and so on and so forth. I obviously do not believe in that. Firstly, as an Advaitist, the idea of difference at body, mind, intellect level does not exist. Secondly, if we look at the richas of the Rig Veda itself, you will find that there are some 18 or 19 rishikas who have created these or given us these various suktas. So one of the most famous ones for Devi Suktam, it's called the Rigvedya Devi Suktam. Aham Ratri, वहां से शुरू होता है. तो वो that is being given by a rishika called Vak. So there are so many examples. So therefore, women, caste, age, these are no bars to learning the Vedas. Yes, sound is energy, and therefore that energy has to be used in a particular way. So there are certain shlokas which are not supposed to be chanted aloud by certain people. There are certain shlokas which are not supposed to be chanted aloud at all. So such restrictions, wherever they are, I will tell you about them. So let us start with the Rigvedya Ratri Suktam. And why am I saying Rigvedya Ratri Suktam? Because Ratri Suktam या निद्रा देवी की उपासना, योग निद्रा देवी की उपासना ब्रह्मदेव ने भी प्रथम चैप्टर में देवी महात्म्य में की थी. दैट स्तुति इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड रात्रि सूक्तम. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड तंत्रोक्त रात्रि सूक्तम. तंत्र के अंदर में रात्रि सूक्त कैसा होता है वो वहां है. बट दिस इज फ्रॉम द ऋग्वेद एंड दिस इज चैंटेड इन द बिगिनिंग. पहले इसे चैंट किया जाता है व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू चैंट देवी महात्म्यम. उसके पहले वन ऑफ द पूर्वांग ऑफ दिस इज कॉल्ड रात्रि सूक्तम, जिसे हम लोग चैंट करेंगे. सो एक एक वर्ड ले रहा हूं. ओम रात्रि रात्रि. अपने you could hear, and if you have the text in front of you, you can see that tra के नीचे एक लाइन है. ओम रात्रि व्याख्यादायति व्याख्यादायति. ओम रात्रि व्याख्यादायति. ओम रात्रि व्याख्यादायति. पुरुत्रा पुरुत्रा. ओम रात्रि व्याख्यादायति पुरुत्रा. देव्यक्षभिः देव्यक्षभिः. विश्वा विश्वा अधि. अच्छा, यहाँ आपको जो टेक्स्ट भेजा है वहां श्रीयो के ऊपर में डबल लाइन है. वो फॉर सम रीजन इट वाज नॉट कमिंग इन द व्हाट्सएप टेक्स्ट. सो वहां डबल लाइन, जिन लोग भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं वो प्लीज वहां डबल लाइन याद रखिएगा. विश्वा अधि श्रियोधित श्रियोधित. So the line fully. Om Ratri Vyakhyadayati Purutra Devyakshabhihi Vishva Adhi Shriyodhita. So this is the line, right? इसको आप बाद में बार बार सुन के प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा. तो प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो हम लोग we will be able to easily do this. Let us look at the meanings one by one. Word by word meanings की कोशिश करते हैं. तो फर्स्ट रात्रि. रात्रि यहाँ देवी को बोल रहे हैं, नॉट नाइट. यहाँ देवी रात्रि. रात्रि व्याख्यादायति, जो स्प्रेड हो गई है, जो मैनिफेस्ट हुई है. शी हु हैज अनफोल्डेड. या एक्चुअली लिटरल मीनिंग इज शी हैज अनफोल्डेड. सो रात्रि हु हैज अनफोल्डेड. पुरुत्रा इन मेनी प्लेसेस, एवरीवेयर, वाइडली. She, Ratri, has unfolded, manifested in many places. Devi, obviously we understand the meaning. Akshabhihi, Aksha is eyes, with visions, with vision. Yaha, we will get into the symbolic meaning later. Vishwa, all. Adhi, जिसके ऊपर, अधिकार बोलते हैं ना, वैसे अधि ऊपर. विश्वा, विश्वा अधि, सबके ऊपर. विश्वा अधि. श्रियः. Shriyaha, Shri, we know, beauty, glory, splendor. Shriyaha, beauties, glories, splendors, right? Plural. Shriyaha. Adhita, has covered, right? Or has, another meaning could be has pervaded. So if you put all of this together, it's a beautiful line. It says, the goddess Ratri, with her many eyes, She has spread across in all directions and has enveloped all beauty and splendor. यदि हम थोड़ा सा इसको, if we try to imagine what the rishi or the rishika who has written this or given us this particular sukta is trying to say, eyes of the goddess. What do you think are the eyes of the goddess Ratri? Hello, eyes of the goddess Ratri. क्या हो सकता है?
Stars.
Yes, stars. So the Rishika is now very poetically saying that the stars are the eyes of the goddess. What is that actually meaning? It is talking about the subtle consciousness which pervades or shines through apparent obscurity, not actual obscurity, right? Ratri is what? Absence of light in one sense. So you're talking of the points of awareness in darkness. So night here is not portrayed as absence. It is portrayed as alive. It is portrayed as conscious. It is portrayed as watchful. It is portrayed as divine. This is very radical. It's a very Vedic insight, but it's very, very radical. So here darkness, normally, typically हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Darkness is evil. Darkness is ignorance. Here it is not ignorance or evil. Here darkness is being portrayed as the cosmic veil. It is Mahamaya. And it is only that power of Mahamaya that covers all of manifestation. So the verse actually introduces the Devi as the all-pervasive consciousness hidden beneath appearances. See how beautifully the Advaitic thought of the underlying substratum of Brahman and Devi playing as Shakti on top of that, the Purusha Prakriti play, the Kshetra and the Kshetragya play is coming through. Her many eyes, Sarvato Mukham, in the Bhagavad Gita we see, Sarvato Mukham, right? Looking in all directions. Look at the stars. They cover the entire sky, the horizon. And obviously, if you're in Bombay, you are not seeing stars, as many stars as you can see. We were, Priya, you will remember this. We were on our, what is the, Tapovan, Nandanvan Yatra.
Tapovan. Tapovan
Tapovan,
Yatra.
Tapovan, and that night, the whole of the Milky Way was shining across the entire sky. It was like a whole arch. And luckily, Siddesh could take beautiful photos of that. So that glory of the night is what actually the Rishika is here talking about. So it is basically Shakti manifesting through infinite beings, consciousness for peering through, right? It's because tiny points of light peering through every form. Vishwa Adhishriyaha. She covers all splendors. It doesn't mean covers, means not covers as in she actually is every form of beauty, every form of power, every form of wealth, every form of attraction, manifestation, everything. It exists only because it is sustained by Shakti. So if you look at the Shakta metaphysics, move away from Advaita for a minute and you look at the Shakta metaphysics, we are basically saying that the universe cannot exist independently. It is clothed in Devi, it is sustained in Devi, it is perceived also through Devi only. So night, Ratri, is the matrix on which manifestation itself happens. वो पर्दा है जिसके ऊपर में इस प्रकृति का खेल हो सकता है. If I move to a little bit away from there and look at the Sri Vidya interpretation or the Sri Vidya look of into Devi, as I've already told you, Saundarya Lahari, Devi Mahatmyam, Sri Vidya, they are all very interlinked. Lalita Sahasranam, they are all very interlinked. So Lalita Tripura Sundari here is basically addressed as Mahamaya. She is the veiling consciousness. She is also the revealing consciousness, right? We have seen Mahamaya has two basic powers, right? I have talked about this a number of times. किसी को याद है? Jaya is part of my Gita classes here, so she should also remember this because we have talked about this. Two, two Shaktis of Mahamaya. कोई रिवीजन नहीं कर रहा है. ओके, क्लू. आवरण शक्ति, सेकंड वाला. सॉरी से थोड़ी तो काम चलेगा जया जी. आवरण शक्ति एंड विक्षेप शक्ति. आवरण, she covers. Vikshepa, she portrays. See, she portrays what is not real, making it appear real by covering the reality. Ratri is that cosmic manifestation on which this entire play happens. Using her Mahamaya, using her Avaran Shakti and her Vikshepa Shakti. So night is not ignorance. It is the to understand night, to understand Ratri, we have to go beyond that superficial thing of darkness and say that this is the transcendence of sensory cognition. What my senses can look at, I can go beyond that. So therefore, you see, when we look at Srividya, we say that ultimately she manifests in the form of a bindu through all those triangles, the intersection, the complex diagram, right? But the ultimate reality is too subtle for our normal human mind to be able to grasp. So she first appears as a mystery, and she coaxes us to start investigating it. The subtleness of going away from the gross, the body, mind, intellect, the gross, and moving into the subtlety of the spirit, it can only happen when Ratri allows that entry into us. So you withdraw from the externalized awareness. Now look at what happens to us during Ratri. At Ratri, what happens? We lie down and the external awareness is all gathered inside, and we go into the dream state, or we go into the Shushupti state, we go into the sleep state. Similarly, when you are awake and yet you are in Ratri, it is basically saying my externalized awareness, I am basically gathering together into a focused point, into Bindu consciousness. Another meaning of those multiple stars is the countless Shaktis that she is and she manifests as. Those of you who have been to Varanasi, you will remember Chausatti Ghat. Do anybody remembers? कोई गया हुआ है?
Yes, Chausatti Ghat.
Chausatti Ghat. Chausatti Ghat is a very famous ghat for the Shakti worshippers. It's a beautiful ghat, small ghat. उस घाट पे Bhaskar Rai, very famous Shakti Upasaka, and also he is the person who has written a bhashya on Lalita Sahasranam. And it is possibly the most authoritative bhashya written by anybody. So Bhaskar Raya was sitting over there, and obviously all the Pandits of Kashi, they all went to him. And they started off by saying, कि South से एक महान पंडित आए हैं, let us have satsang. So they went over there, and one of them sat down and said, ये ललिता सहस्त्र नाम के अंदर में बहुत सारे नाम हैं, ये इसका मतलब क्या है? और इसके अंदर में एक नाम आता है चतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गण सेविताई नमः. Koti here does not mean crores. Koti has two meanings. Koti means type, right? हम लोग एक नॉर्मल भाषा में बोलते हैं उच्च कोटि के ब्राह्मण जाति में जन्मा. उच्च कोटि does not mean high crore. It means उच्च type, right? Koti also means crore. Chatushashti Koti Yogini Ganasevitai Namaha can have two meanings. One, there are 64 different types of yoginis, or it could also mean there are 64 crores of yoginis who are serving Devi. So, Bhaskar Rai was asked, what is the meaning of these? What is the explanation of all of this? So he said, see, I don't know all these meanings and all that. Let us ask her only. I will invoke her, and if she is graceful, she will appear and she will tell. So he started off, he did the Dhyana Shlokas, and then he sat down, Sindhura, Runavagraham, Mankya Mauli Spuratara, Nayaka Shekharam, he started doing. And he said, ओम श्री मात्रे नमः एंड ए विमान केम, और उस विमान में श्री माता वहां उपस्थित थी, और उसने खुद के बारे में बताया, मैं श्री माता हूँ, ऐसी दिखती हूँ। राइट। सेकंड नाम क्या है मीना जी? व्हाट इज द सेकंड नेम? श्री
श्री माता महान
Sri Maharagni.
महाराज्ञी। महाराज्ञी मीन्स द क्वीन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, राइट? तो बोलते महाराज्ञी, ओम श्री महाराज्ञी नमः, महाराज्ञी उपस्थित हो गई। उसके बाद वैसे चलते रह गया। चतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गण सेविताई नमः जब बोला, तो एक के बाद योगिनी आते गई, और एक के बाद एक योगिनी आ रही है और अपना नाम बता रही है। और ये 64 नहीं, 64 करोड़ योगिनियों का लाइन पंडितों को दिखने लगा। आसमान से ऊपर तक पूरी चतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गण सेविताएं पर सारी योगिनी गण ऊपर लाइन से खड़ी है। इन लोग एकदम हाथ जोड़ के भास्कर राय के सामने पड़े, बोले कि आप अब बंद कीजिए। बोले मैं कहां से बंद करूं, आपने बोला बोलने के लिए। तो इन लोगों ने गंगा जल लेके इसके जो ट्रांस था, दे गॉट हिम आउट ऑफ द ट्रांस एंड दिस विजन स्टॉप्ड। ये कहाँ हुआ? चौसठी घाट, जिस घाट का
Chatti
नाम
Ghat.
पहले पहले चतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गण सेविता के मैनिफेस्टेशन जहां जिस घाट के ऊपर वाराणसी में हुआ था, वो ये चौसठी घाट है। So, so this here the when we see those multiple stars and we see them, and we therefore look at Devi's presence, and you say you are manifest in every smallest atom, and therefore the background on which all these Devis are manifesting, your powers are manifesting, that is nothing but the Chidakasha, right? So यदि मैं ये मीनिंग लूं, then I can actually say infinite consciousness spreads herself as the field on which all manifestation shines. That is the meaning of this particular verse. यदि मैं इसी लाइन से और थोड़ा सा आगे हम लोग start looking at it, then in Advaita we will say that night is Maya, which covers all the distinctions, it dissolves all the activities, it obscures all the multiplicities. Once it obscures all the multiplicities, the worldly splendor which is continuously attracting us, right? All our indriyas, what are they doing? Indriya सिर्फ बाहर देख रही है, कान बाहर की सुन रहा है, आंख बाहर की ओर देख रहा है, जिह्वा बाहर की रस को भीतर लेने की कोशिश कर रहा है। Externality gets internalized by her grace. That so Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, you cannot cross Maya without the you cannot cross Maya without the help and grace of Maya herself. So you cannot go to her and say, oh, I am so big, I am Brahman, aham brahmasmi, चल निकलता तू यहाँ से, मैं तो ब्रह्मन के पास जाता हूँ। Sister Nivedita writes about Swami Vivekananda, the master as I saw him करके जो किताब है, she used to go around with him traveling across the world and almost across the world but mostly in India. तो उन लोग कश्मीर में श्रीनगर के थोड़ा सा नॉर्थ की ओर वहां एक मंदिर है जिसका नाम क्षीर भवानी है। क्षीर भवानी इसीलिए है क्योंकि एक पत्थर है वहां, पिंडी है, और उसके नीचे से देयर इज अ स्प्रिंग ऑफ वाटर, एंड द वाटर व्हेन इट बबल्स अप इट लुक्स कंप्लीटली व्हाइट, एंड देयरफॉर इट लुक्स एज इफ इट इज मिल्क, and therefore Bhavani over there is named Kshir Bhavani. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी का लेफ्टिनेंट था काला पहाड़ करके, new convert, and like all new converts, he was extremely passionate about what he had become. So as a Muslim, idol worship is wrong, so he was going around breaking temples all over the country, and that was his focal point. He was not going around trying to conquer kingdoms. His job was go break idols, break temples. So the temple was broken, and Swamiji went inside, and sister writes over there, he went in as a lion of Vedanta and came out subdued as a devotee. Swamiji himself later on says, I used to roar, aham brahmasmi. I went in there and I looked at this broken temple and I could feel her presence over there, and I said, Mother, if I was there during Kalapahar's time, I would have protected your temple. And I heard her tell me, you think I need you to protect myself? And Swamiji's entire ego of Aham Brahmasmi collapsed. जिन्होंने आज को बगलामुखी के बारे में पढ़ा है, you will realize that is the play of बगलामुखी. स्तंभन, ईगो का स्तंभन होता है. So that when it happens through the power of Maya, where she can actually not only conceal and project, but she can also open the doors for you to go inside. So this consciousness that is appearing today, we are four of us here talking here. We are also conscious. We are talking because of consciousness. We are talking because we are chit. That chit, our inability to see that chit is because of the external world. It is when Ratri gives her grace that this chit becomes consolidated and we are able to see. Effectively, ये एक meditation है, right? क्योंकि जब आउटर एक्टिविटी को हम लोग कम कर देते हैं, अपना मेंटल फ्रेगमेंटेशन को कम कर देते हैं, जो हमारे अंदर में जो ग्रॉस अवेयरनेस है उससे हम सटल अवेयरनेस की ओर चले जाते हैं, तो ये जो मूवमेंट है ये एक रात्रि का आभास आता है कि बाहर की ये जो दुनिया लाइट बाहर से दिख रही है वो बंद हो रही है. बट इन रियलिटी क्या होता है, छोटे छोटे काउंटलेस नंबर ऑफ स्टार्स अपीयर करने पड़ते हैं, इंट्यूशन आगे आ जाता है, इनसाइट्स आगे आ जाते हैं, अवेयरनेस कम्स थ्रू, सटल परसेप्शंस कम अराइज. एंड देयरफॉर दिस tantra basically talks about this repeatedly. All tantras, whether you look at any of the tantric books, it says that ultimate reality is beyond ordinary illumination. Sensory light itself is a distraction. And therefore, when external distractions dissolve, it is only then that the reality can be perceived. So night is revelation, silence is revelation, inwardness is revelation. Right? Gurudev used to say, get up and shut up and get out. तो एक्चुअली कोई पत्रकार आया था उनके पास, तो पत्रकार ने पूछा कि कैन आई प्लीज टेक एन इंटरव्यू. So he looked at him and said, and can you give us a formula for becoming better than where we are? So Gurudev looked at him and said, shut up and get out. बेचारा पत्रकार इतना डर गया, तो बोलते ये तो स्वामी जी अभी कोई श्राप व्राप दे देंगे. So when he went out, the other people were laughing. Then he gave you the mantra. Shut this and get out of the false impression that you have that you are the body, mind, intellect. That is the mantra. But that can only happen when you go inward. So the only way out is in. Right? That's the meditation mantra that we all use. So therefore, Ratri is not that which we are seeing, but it is the field on which seeing can happen. So the divine feminine, Ratri, she is vast, she is pervasive, she is mysterious. She is protective, she is watchful. She is hidden within apparent darkness. And when we penetrate through that apparent darkness, we reach her golden feet, which are shining with not normal sensory light, but the light of 100% awareness of that I am nothing but Sat Chit Ananda. So
Kalaratri and Kali, are they
no, they are
also the
different.
same?
No, they are different. Kalaratri. So that when we will do the Navadurgas, we will talk about Kalaratri. So Kalaratri is different from Kali. Kali is time. Kalaratri is a manifestation of Durga to do a specific job. But anyway, that's a short answer. No answers, as I have already always said, no answers are very short. They all lead to stories within stories, and so on and so forth. So when we do the Navadurgas, we will talk about them. We will do the Navadurgas while we are doing the Devi Mahatmya, because in 9 chapter के अंदर में ये सारी देवियाँ आती है, right? Kalaratri appears over there, Chandika appears over there, Shailaputri appears over there. So we will see them. And as we see them, we will go through the stories and so on and so forth. So, so that is the Ratri Suktam, writ number 1. Any questions, any doubts? Otherwise, we will move on to Shakti Peeths. Okay.
So if
So
we have
now,
to do Manan, if we have to do Manan on this particular line,
mhm.
how do we go about it?
Good. Choose a moonless night. Choose a point where you can actually see the sky and keep that sky in your mental image and close your eyes and withdraw into it. So you will be able to then visualize this beautiful dark night with countless number of stars. And you look at that and you say that that night is the field on which she is playing. It is she herself. That is the Manan. Okay. Now, where are we? We are in the Shakti Peethas. Shakti Peethas, again, as usual, I will not do the shlokas unless you want me to do them, but I'll just quickly read through them. Tripurayam Dakshapado Devi Tripurasundari Bhairavas Tripureshancha Sarvabhishta Pradayakaha. That is verse number 18. Tristrottayam Vamapado Brahmari Bhairaveshwaraha Yonipitham Kamagirau Kamakhya Tatra Devata. 19. यत्रास्ते त्रिगुणातीता रक्तपाषाण रूपिणी यत्रास्ते माधव साक्षात् मानंदोथ भैरवः सर्वदा विहरे देवी तत्र मुक्तिर्न संशयः तत्र श्री भैरवी देवी तत्र च क्षेत्र देवता. So what is he saying over here? The author is basically giving a very beautiful description here. He's saying at Tripura, in the state of Tripura, where we have today Tripura, my right foot fell. I take the form of Tripura Sundari over there, and the Bhairava is Tripuresha. In Trisrota is in North Bengal, near Jalpaiguri. My left foot fell. And there the goddess, there I take the name Brahmari, and the Bhairava is called Ishvara. At Kamagiri is Kamakhya. My yoni fell. Over there, I reside as a red stone beyond the gunas. And the Bhairava over there is Umananda. Now, Umananda, it's a very interesting story, interesting fact. The world's smallest inhabited riverine island is in Brahmaputra called Umananda. And if you ever go to Guwahati, this is just at the outskirts of Guwahati. So you can actually go there. You take a boat, you go to Umananda, you worship over there. So you do Kamakhya, then you come back, then you go to Umananda, then you come back. Fairly easy to do. It's a very small island. And it's a very small island. It has 2 or 3 people or 4, 5 people living over there permanently. And the biggest riverine island in the world is also in Brahmaputra, also very nearby, called Majuli. Majuli is almost like half a city.
Yes, I've been to Majuli.
Right, and in Majuli they have handicrafts and they have these local things that they make over there, and a lot of people go there for shopping and so on and so forth. Umananda typically generally gets a miss because very few people know about it. However, the local people believe that when Devi was manifested as Kamakhya at the Yoni, she was in a state of dissatisfaction. And therefore, this island was created by Shiva himself, where he then manifested as Uma Nanda. Nanda means happiness. The place where Shiva gave happiness to Uma. So that is the place where he is manifested as Umananda. So that is the Shakti Peetha shlokas. So the shlokas actually, if we move on from 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 भी यदि देखें तो उसके अंदर में 22 के अंदर में बेसिकली भैरवी, प्रचंड चंडिका, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, बहुत सारी देवियों का नाम लेकर ये बताया जाता है कि ये सारी देवी भी कामाख्या में उपस्थित है मेरे साथ, right? He basically talks of the Mahavidyas. The Mahavidyas are also present along with Devi Kamakhya in the mountain called Neelachal in Guwahati. So that is as far as the Shakti Pithas are concerned. चलिए, next week we will do Rik number 2 and 3 together. Because they flow together, दो एक साथ दोनों करेंगे. आठों रिक हो जाने के बाद रात्रि सूक्तम पूरा एक बार चैंटिंग भी उसका सीखेंगे, बिकॉज व्हेन वी स्टार्ट लर्निंग देवी महात्म्यम वी विल हैव टू चैंट द देवी रात्रि सूक्तम, सो वी विल लर्न हाउ टू चैंट ऑल द 8 श्लोकास टुगेदर. आप यूट्यूब में देयर आर नंबर ऑफ चैनल्स वेयर आपको रात्रि सूक्तम चैंटिंग मिल जाएगा. यू कैन बट choose anyone from the Dakshinachara methods, because the northern chanting generally has some अपभ्रंशस. तो थोड़ा सा अपभ्रंश हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा श को ख का उच्चारण आ जाता है, तो ये सारे थोड़े से उच्चारण दोष आ जाते हैं. इसीलिए साउथ का कोई भी चैनल होगा, साउथ के कोई पंडित का चैनल होगा, तो उसमें भी आप सुन सकते हैं. अदरवाइज यू कैन वेट व्हेन वी आर एज लाइन बाय लाइन वी आर डूइंग दिस, यू कैन कम बैक एंड लर्न दिस. Any doubts, any questions? So as far as the writing is concerned, I have been given a clear mandate. ये जो 10 महाविद्या है, इनको श्री विद्या के साथ मर्ज करके एक किताब लिखनी है. तो आदेश आ गया है, तो वो भी काम चालू करने वाला हूँ. सो 10 पहले तो 10 महाविद्या खत्म कर लेता हूँ. अभी आज को आप लोगों के पास मैंने आई थिंक 8 भेजा है, बगलामुखी भेजा है. सो अभी मातंगी एंड कमलापिका बाकी है. तो उसके बाद फिर देखते हैं उसको किताब में कैसे, हाउ डू वी कन्वर्ट दैट. चलिए. शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. श्रीमात्रे नमः.